Hey guys, it's me. Today I'm just in my backyard showing you around. It's pretty today, so I thought I would do my video scenery out here. Um, so lately I've just been really introspective and doing a lot of work on me. A lot of people do shadow work at this time. For me, shadow work is kind of year-round. Whenever something comes up, I usually work through it. It's always just kind of been my path to do things that way. But what I'm talking more about is getting a rein in on a good habit I put into place that has since sort of lapsed. And, when we cultivate a good habit, just like anything that we manifest, we have to keep it up sometimes. And everything needs upkeep. Everything about us as living, breathing beings is living and breathing, every part in our body, and that includes the emotions in our lives, and the way that we interact with life. And when I first moved out here and got my own space, I did a lot to cultivate myself and my positivity, that part of myself. 3 years ago, it was easier to be a negative person. It was easier to be a pessimist. Well, really, I was just kind of a realist, but to the point of pessimism. And it took a lot of work to become something more. It's easy to... The easiest things, the easiest kinds of magics to do, the easiest kind of person to be is negative, because it doesn't take any work to be a negative person. It doesn't take any work to be unhappy. It doesn't take any work at all. Negative is like it's like the lowest form of person of magic you can be. It's different, and when I say negative, I don't mean like having depression or things that are that people mentally have disorders with. That's different. Being sad is different than being negative. But what I'm talking about is being able to see just always the bad side of things. Being able to just be like, well, crap, blah, 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 and things are this, things are that. Being negative is so much easier to be than it is to be positive, even through the bad times. And that's kind of what I had made myself work on when I first got out here, is cultivating my positivity. It started with my diet, my exercise. So diet led to exercise led to thinking led to a change in philosophy, and it really did go like that. And my change in philosophy was with myself, making myself set a timer and tell myself the good things about myself whenever I called myself a name like stupid or dumb or whatever. And that habit broke. That it took about a month of doing that, and that habit broke for good. And it was just a matter of wanting to do the work, being ready to do the work. And to hate or be negative is easy. To love or be positive, to forgive, to bring about the good into your life, that takes a lot more work, because you just can't be those things. You just can't. You don't wake up and you're that person. You do those things. There's a lot of crap to sort through to be able to find that part of you that can grow that and manifest that and continue to manifest it. And that's what I had to learn. So cultivating that habit and that part of me was probably the best thing I ever did for myself in my life, because now, even when things are not so positive, I can find the positive within them. And it's easier to see the lessons that my goddess teaches me, or that I'm being taught by the universe, when I allow myself the positivity, because they don't speak in negative frequencies. Your deities, they don't speak in the negative, they speak in the positive. They speak to your higher self, and you can't achieve your higher self when you're living in your lower self. So I've been trying to get back to that habit of cultivating my positive self, and I guess I just got comfortable, knowing that this habit that I implemented would be there without thinking I had to do the upkeep. But that's pretty much what I've been doing, is the upkeep, because apparently I do need to do the upkeep. So a lot of things have really I've taken a step back from YouTube, because when I left YouTube, I was hearing nothing but stuff I didn't really care to, hear. surrounding myself with people that are more into working on themselves and their craft versus, knowing the latest that's going on in the negative, and I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be in the negative. Once I was able to, and I'm speaking for me, people people are different. You can't break a habit or cultivate a habit in 21 days. A lot of people say that that's what it takes, but I subscribe to the philosophy that it's kind of more the dating philosophy. However long it took you with this bad habit, it usually takes you, a fraction of that time to get over it, or to implement a new habit. And that coupled with how much willpower you have is what breaks a bad habit. So that's kind of more the philosophy that I subscribe to versus the 21 days of cultivating a habit or breaking a habit. So I've tried to rein back in my positive habits and let go of the more negative ones, the more comfortable ones that I've acquired in this positive person that I've become. And so that's really what I've been doing, taking a step back from YouTube, watching more what I feed my mind, body, and spirit. Just getting back to that positive space so that I can connect to my higher self and receive the messages I need to receive. And that what really did it was thinking about in meditation about how hard it's becoming to get a moment and meditate, how hard it is becoming to really dream the way I was dreaming and get the messages I was getting, and wondering why. And then, well, as soon as I started to wonder why, it's because I wasn't doing the upkeep on my good habits. So that's what I've really been about. And cultivating a good habit, it takes work. It's just like it takes work to be happy, or it takes work to be strong and kind to somebody who's done wrong to you. It takes work to cultivate that habit. Like, all of the things that are worth having are not just given to us. They're things that we have to work for. And I think that there's a reason behind that. And I think the reason is so that we will appreciate them more when we get them. If we just got someone's trust and love and respect, then if we lost it, it wouldn't mean anything to us because we just get it back again. I think having to work to cultivate those things makes it mean something. And so that's why I don't mind doing the work, because I know when I get the reward from it, it'll mean something. So that's pretty much where I've been and what the reflection I've been doing has been about, and the work that I've been doing. And part of that was taking a step back from YouTube and, getting things in order with myself. And I'm working my butt off, but I think I'm manifesting something pretty awesome in the near future. Which I hope to show you guys some videos of in the next month or so. And I don't want to really speak about what it's going to be because it's something I'm working on still. And it just took me a while to figure out what I wanted to manifest. And once I figured that out, once I figured one of those things out, I didn't get it, which led to the other thing that I wanted, and the universe telling me that that's what I needed to do. So anyway, that's going to be it for me for this week. Just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update as to what I'm doing and why I think it's so important to really focus on the positive that you're trying to implement in your life and really work at it, because once you do, the rewards are very plentiful, and those rewards are, anything from new jobs to great friends, great living, healthy living, and seeing things that you only thought you were manifesting in your mind come to fruition in your physical being, and taking that time to do that work, to really lift yourself to your higher being, to your higher plane. It's important, because when you've mastered the ability to, or at least gotten very good at getting to that higher plane, that higher part of yourself, even in the negative, then you are able to master the highs and the lows of your life, and it makes working magic a whole lot easier. So anyway, that's going to be it for now. I will talk to you all next week. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed week, and I'll see you later. Many blessings. Bye-bye.